Welcome, guys. OG Murphy here with you. It has been a bit of a whirlwind getting us to this point, but I am so happy to announce that tonight I actually have 5 players for this campaign. Uh, Most of my regular players were able to make it. We added a couple of guest stars. One of the guest stars is unable to make it, so we are just piling in here in Axeholm, which is a great time to do this. It's going to be a very classic dungeon crawl style game. You can find Axeholm in the Dragon of Icespire Peak, which is an adventure that largely takes place on a single job board. So we have combined it with the Lost Mine of Vandelver, since they both run out of the town of Van Dalen, and we find ourselves here. So without further ado, let's flip over to the group and get a recap and see what's going on.
My assistant manager at GameStop.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't say how we actually knew each other. But I'm live. Well, hey guys, who's doing my recap?
I will be doing a recap.
Let's hear it.
Okay. So, starting off last, basically, Faye and Bronze, we came back from the Gnome Kingdom situation after the whole king fight. We had gotten back into town, and from there, to double check, I want to say we'd already done the cow adventure. Yeah, we already did the cow adventure.
Yeah.
We had came back to town, basically, went about our day, we got our payment, the whole hundreds of coins under his door, very slow, drank, had a good time, rested. We went back up, went to the job board, and basically we had a selection, and one of them was for Axeholm, which we basically had kind of also heard about a little bit through kind of like ghost stories almost. So we took that off the board, and we ended up going over to a blacksmith area where Bronze had ended up talking to another person, like it was a blacksmith woodwork kind of situation. And in there, we ended up talking more about like what this whole Axeholm is, where we kind of got like the full story. From what we know, Axeholm was like kind of this big castle, and many years ago, the like dwarves basically occupied it. A elven emissary, I want to say, came and visited, and he done fucked around and found out, and ended up being held prisoner there. And in the meantime, from what I remember, the dwarves basically were like, "Y'all can come get her to the elves, but like we're holding her prisoner till then. We ain't doing this no more." She ended up trying to prison break it, murdered 2 dwarves, and so they just killed her because she got violent with them. And angered spirits, all that rise. And why I want to say it wasn't 100% confirmed, but from our standing, like she's definitely a ghost, possibly a banshee. And so we go up there, like the whole job is we got to clear out this castle and everything. So that is what we went and did. We done Krampus and Santa Claus our way into Axeholm through the chimney. Went through, we're walking around, and some fat ass spiders came out of nowhere and just started basically beating our ass. And we killed the spiders, and that is where we last left off.
Yeah, that's a pretty complete recap, honestly. So I am going to start with setting with a little bit of scene setting for you guys here, and then we're going to jump in with our 3 players who are going to be coming in on the road to join the 2 of you who you just described your adventures together this last session, uh, as they will have pulled a job off this same job board to come meet you. So the time is mid-afternoon. You on the road have been traveling it for the last 6 hours or so after a stop for lunch, and over the journey of this winding dirt road have found that you are not the only traveler heading in this direction, despite the fact that your destination seems to be one out on the frontier, on the edges of society, farther away than anyone would be traveling to unless they were on a similar purpose. As you continued along this road, you found 2 others, making for a total of 3 of you, and have decided that you might as well share this road together since your destination seems to be the same. I am going to have you guys introduce yourselves in what I refer to as Discord order, the order you guys appear in the Discord chat, which mean that Joe, you get to start us off, bud.
So I am Don Lonson, and as you currently see me, I look like I just came off of a bender. Um, belly's a little plump.
Discord crashed. My apologies. Belly's a little plump.
Okay, belly's a little plump, but I look like I can get around. You can tell that I have a lot of hair, but right now it's all like tied back in cornrows.
Oh.
Um, and half of my like big luscious mustache that used to be there, half of it's gone. And I'm missing on the opposite side of where my mustache is missing. I'm missing that eyebrow.
Oh, so it is like a left right and not like a you're missing the top half for some reason.
Um, I've got leather armor, and like they're not like quite like dress pants. They're not like super nice pants, but in the right setting they could be dressed up. That's Don Lonson.
And remind me,
If
you're
they're
a human,
I'm a half elf.
half elf. Excuse me.
oh damn it.
All right, Jeremy. That would mean you're up, bud.
Somehow sidling along with him and their other uh, paired traveler is what looks to be for in human senses maybe like a early to mid 20-year-old young man, when in fact he is a 46-year-old half elf, so still rather on the immature side.
Yeah.
Adorned in uh, adorned in garb that is from his home kingdom, in shades of earthen tones as well as green and maybe like terracotta. Um, he's got he has an air of confidence to him that he may or may not live up to and or deserve.
Love it. Love it. Keeps his chin a little high, chest a little puffed out.
Oh, and his name is Pabu.
His name is Pabu. Love it. Then that brings us to last but not least, Shelly. I know you've had all of 20 minutes at this point to figure your character out, but let's hear about her.
So Arson, she appears. She's middle age. I guess what's a young middle age? About 27 years old. She's traditionally pretty. She's got like a thinner medium build. Very very thick, like dark black hair, like jet black.
I thought you were gonna say thick like three C's.
Like thick,
You're like
thick.
thick.
She can be both. These really bright blue eyes though that like contrast that hair. But she's mostly dressed in like it looks like pickpocket gear if you were like to study her close, but she's kind of got like a cape over it to hide most of it, not to give herself too much away. Mostly dark outfit, so not a lot of standing out for her. She's very charismatic, but she's also kind of standoffish. So she's willing to chat, but is kind of she's a little skeptic of everyone. Um, and she's quite charming if you get her in the right spot.
So my head canon is that Pabu like made it to the mission board late and saw Arson, and the only reason Pabu is on that road too is because he was following Arson.
Because she's thick.
Yeah,
She's thick, thicker than a Snicker.
bro,
Thicker than a snicker.
Heavy
Pabu
like
trying to get a bite of some of that cake.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
Okay, so if that were the case, then Pabu would probably have Pabu. I mean, we're going to start with three of you guys together on the road. Pabu, we'll say that Pabu and Arson maybe had their since lunch stretch together, but the two of you have just come up on this other half elf who is traveling the road in the same way, and you guys have at least spoken. Hey, why are you going this way? I have you see the flyer in his hand, and it's obvious you guys are heading in the same direction. Is there is there anything you guys like to say to each other? What would you guys like to do? Let's crack this game open and start playing some D&D.
Oh wait, I had a question. Is
Shoot.
Arson a human?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. She's human.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
I may be half elf, but I'm half human too. I'm not gonna keep doing that.
Token for
That-
Dawn. Yeah, I could use that. If somebody wants to make that token, I don't know how I make my own token.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
it's there.
I think
Already,
you
I'll drop it onto the thing whenever
Oh,
you
got
join it.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
cool.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You don't-
Yes.
Wait, someone added elf ears onto it.
No.
Oh yeah.
I'll be on that.
Thank you.
Okay, keep that stuff in the background, guys. Let's let our three road folks continue up. So let me at least read. I think this is probably a good time. We'll have you guys react to approaching Axeholm, which has a stat block in here that I'm supposed to read out loud. Thrust out of the base of a gray mountain is the entrance to the dwarven fortress, a dark 15-foot wide passageway flanked by 40-foot high bulwark of smooth, seamless stone. An iron portcullis covered with rust blocks the entrance. Arrow slits carved in the bulwarks are dark, revealing no hint of occupation. With the exception of, on the second story, there's the distinct flicker of torchlight, as if someone is moving around inside. And if you all squint closely, you can see that there are chimneys sticking out from the top of this mountain, one of which has a rope solidly tied and anchored to the top of it.
I think I want to try to show off and try to grab the rope.
I'll need a climb check as you scramble up this mountain as quickly as possible.
It's oh shit. Did I take the right one?
Oops.
So
Oh no, I forgot.
it's-
You have your Earth thing, right? All
Well, so
your
the-
Earth terrain is cool.
Yeah, use your connection to the earth to meld slightly into the stone earthen surfaces, granting you a climb speed due to your base land walking speed.
Cool. So just describe to us
So
what this looks like then. No check required.
It's I'm gonna turn away from the mountain, but I'm gonna walk towards it and look back at my companions, and without looking, I'm gonna have little steps jutting out of the mountain, and I'm just gonna walk up to it up the mountain without looking.
I'm imagining Pabu basically just moonwalking backwards up the mountain with the
Oh, I like
earth
that too.
sliding underneath him, turning into those stairs you're talking about, just
Hell
moving.
yeah.
Is that the most tactical way to be climbing that mountain?
I'm just gonna appreciate it. I'm gonna walk up the steps.
As your
Uh,
compatriot has asked you all a question.
Yeah, tactics. I don't think tactics are necessary here. There's nothing around.
Do you know that for a fact? Did you look?
I can sense it. I am one with the earth. I'm completely bullshitting.
I'm just gonna roll my eyes at that.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look to see if there's any Well, no, because we're moving on the Earth that he created. Never mind.
But
I mean,
before
I could.
you don't have to move with me. I literally just let steps shoot out from the side, so you guys can climb the steps at your discretion. You don't have to go along with me. I'm not surfing up the mountain. I'm literally just making stairs.
Oh, as you walk.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they don't disappear behind.
No.
Do you know where we're going?
I mean, it said it was along this way, right? And I'm continuing to ascend up the side because I'm trying to grab the rope to pull it down.
Yeah, and there's basically like a castle face sticking out of this thing. It's very obvious. You guys are here. There's a big gate, and it's all barred up from the front. But the thing that is on this piece of paper where the job is, it's very obvious you guys have arrived.
How tall is that gate?
The portcullis. I think it's like 20 feet because the whole thing is 40 feet and it's 2 stairs. It's like 2 levels, so 20 feet or more.
So I'm probably up to it by now. Can I grab the rope?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking about the chimney where the rope is. Because there's all this stuff exactly as the map looks like on Owlbear, which I guess I don't know if everybody's clicked on the Owlbear link in the Owlbear links.
Is the rope going down the chimney?
Yeah, the rope is going down the inside of the chimney.
Oh, okay. I'm stupid. I thought it was a rope hanging to like pull the door open from the main gate.
Okay. No, and Becky has joined us in chat. Welcome, Becky. Good to have you here.
Becca.
It's a bagels.
Bagels. Oh, I forgot about that.
I didn't. I changed her name on her Game Informer to Bagels on more than one occasion. She got weird looks. She got weird looks from her mailman on more than one occasion too.
That's how I got my.
Is it really?
My
What
name in the system was Bagels.
Wait,
Yes.
did you say Becky got fired over that?
No.
No.
That's so funny.
Oh my god, that's hysterical. Love
You're
it.
welcome.
Love it. So this strange half elf has created stairs. No like wave of his hand. He's not using a wand. This isn't like traditional sorcery. And nonetheless, he starts walking and stairs create themselves on the mountain. The mountains literally move themselves for him as he climbs up these stairs to reach these chimneys, which are probably like, 50 feet up on this like hilltop on top of all this structure. Most of them are crumbled and collapsed, and the only one that is still intact has a rope tied around it and then threaded down through the inside of it. And from the looks of it, of the soot, somebody has obviously shimmied down here recently.
It doesn't seem to be as dirty as I would have assumed. That's nice. I don't want to have to clean these clothes again anyway.
What kind of tracks do they look like?
A humanoid track. I mean, there's no tracks. The inside of the chimney is just like, there's like long scrape marks running down. Like it's obvious that somebody or something has come through this chimney recently.
I see. This is where we're supposed to be.
I mean, I don't see anything else around here. Couldn't hurt.
Okay.
It absolutely could hurt, but I don't want you guys to know that.
Well, Mr. I can move the earth. Why don't you go first?
I think that's a good plan.
As you wish, and I'm gonna. The last couple steps I take, I'm gonna basically turn it into like a little diving board and jump up and just pencil dive down the chimney.
Oh, straight up?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, man.
I'm going for a 3-point land too.
What if it's a very long way down?
So you
we're gonna find out.
You springboard off your rock.
What's the chimney made of?
Like brick, like stone.
Can I fuck with brick? Would you consider that a form of earth?
Pabu tries, and there's enough of something else in this brick to have interfered with your abilities. But as you start headlong down this chimney, it's about a 30-foot chimney, and this is going to hurt significantly when you hit the bottom of it, more than likely.
Can I do that thing where you try to like brace like a hand in front of you, a hand behind you, and like your toes on either side as well to slow my descent?
Yeah. Either a raw strength check or a reflex save, dealer's choice.
Definitely a reflex save. Oh shit, you don't have. Okay. Oops. I forgot. There's dice and owlbear too.
There is dice and owlbear, yeah. On that note, Shelly, up in the upper left-hand corner where it says like party, there's a little square rectangle. If you click on that, it'll open up a digital dice tray, which will allow you to roll the different dice you need to roll. Or you can use a dice app at home or whatever you want.
I got a
Wait.
12.
Where? Say that one more time. Sorry.
Okay, are you in the owlbear game?
Yeah.
So in the upper left-hand corner, there's like a little. It looks like a box with a little
Square
smaller
that's
box
half
in it.
filled
Show dice tray. Got it.
There you
Okay.
And that's where you're going to find your dice in this program.
Perfect.
Cool. But on that note, Jeremy, what's the result of your reflex, bud?
That's a 12.
Yeah, Shelly's in the game. That's right, Becky. That's a 12, you say? A 12 is enough to slow yourself down, but you're still traveling with enough force when you hit the bottom that the last 10 feet is. You're going to take fall damage as if you fell from 10 feet instead of 30. So that's 4 bludgeoning damage as you slow yourself down, but still make a solid impact on the bottom, and poof, a big cloud of soot, rises up from behind you.
I'm gonna call back up the chimney. I'm good.
This process is all you guys can hear it from inside the building. The two of you who are here, Faye and Bronze. I'm in the right campaign. That's you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You heard the loud thud of something making impact in the room behind you that the chimney is in, and you hear this figure, somebody call up from the bottom. I'm sorry, Jeremy. What are you calling up?
I'm okay. It's a little sooty though, so you might want to hold your breath or climb down the rope because it's quite the drop. But luckily, my keen senses kept me from being hurt at all.
Can we
You
hear
good?
him just fine out there?
Yeah.
It's all echoey, but assuming that you're like Jeremy, you're like yelling up the chimney, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
I'm yelling. I'm yelling to them, to the two that are on the roof.
yeah. Then it's distorted, but yeah, you guys can absolutely hear him.
Okay, I'm laughing really loud, like so loud that he definitely can hear it.
You
Down.
just hear cackling coming from up above.
What happened?
He's clearly not as graceful as he sounds, is he?
No, I am starting to regret having him tag along.
How? Excuse me. I made it just fine.
This
Point.
is an AP conversation, sir.
Yeah. All right. I'll head down the rope. You want to follow?
I'll follow down.
Yeah, a rope is that there's no check required for that. That's like regular humans can do that. You don't have to be a hero to climb down a rope. So
This
Question.
kid down here doing things the hard way.
Where's the
Papa
chimney?
was. Could Faye and Bronze just hear everything he was saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, could we make our way over to the roof?
Yeah,
I
100%.
don't know where the chimney is.
That is that's this room
It's
here.
over there. Okay.
Also, here's the Don Monson thing
Yes.
with elf ears too.
With elf ears. Oh my
Oh
god.
hell yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
I
Jesus.
love. Oh shoot.
I wanted to see the elf ears.
They were just very quickly smudge tooled.
I got you.
Shelly, if you can find any headshot picture of any human anywhere that you think would be cool, and put it in chat, then I'm sure that one of the other players will be kind enough to put it together for you.
I'll make a huge torch model.
But
if
in the
you want.
meantime, we're gonna give you this dagger. That's like your class. It's like
Perfect.
a
There's
thing.
nothing like
What it
super
would
thick on there.
be.
There's what?
There's nothing super thick on there.
There's nothing super thick. I mean, I got some thick baddies. Like check out this thick boy. Like he's.
Here's the.
I
I got
like
this
him.
guy.
Oh, perfect. Look at that bear.
I love that.
I'm about to say
token so
it's your token. You can literally use whatever you want.
I'm down with that thick bear.
All
I
right,
have
sounds
the
good.
bear.
Sounds good. So then you can click on it and title it your own name. Please do that for your own figures, peoples. And then just scale them down to where they fit inside one of these boxes by pinching the sides when you click on yourself. Okay. Fuck yeah. So Pabu and Arson are making their way down the chimney, which takes them a little bit of time. Meanwhile, Pabu, the door has opened from behind you, and Bronze and Fearoth have made their way into this room.
Without looking, I shoot an earth blast at the door as it opens.
Then who went through the door first, Bronze or Fearoth?
Bronze.
Oh, I was gonna say Faye. I feel like the moment someone yelled, it was "What the fuck?" and just started walking.
I think Bronze recognized the name, so he recognized the voice.
Faye
Bronze,
would have too.
roll me a reflex save, please. I'll be giving it to Bronze because he was quicker on the draw, just advocating for himself. Also, my dinner just got here, so you guys may catch me with full mouth. Thank you, babe.
Num num.
Reflex save, dirty 20.
That's a dirty 20. Yeah, as this blast comes in and you get through the door just before the blast comes through and like literally blows the top half of this door off of its hinges, slams up against the wall behind you.
Dwarf versus rock. Dwarf wins.
Bronze just kind of walks in like, it's Pabu himself risen from the ashes. Is that any way to greet an old friend?
Oh, you're here?
Yes, I heard. Didn't quite hear you use the rope we used down there. That's why everyone tell that we were coming.
And then as you make this comment, you can see the rope is wiggling behind him. And first the figure of Dawn comes into view. Who I don't know if you would recognize. Dawn might have been Hans and not Bronze. I really don't remember.
Yeah, I don't think it was Bronze.
Hans and
I think I was Hans. Yeah.
Yeah, and then behind him, the figure of a human woman who you don't recognize. So there's two figures that you don't recognize behind Pabu who you do. The two of you dropping down the rope can hear your half-elf companion Pabu having a conversation with two other people, and when you drop into the room, you can see that they're just like standing around in this empty room having a conversation. Like, you're here? Like, why are you here? What are you doing? And having a Spider-Man moment, pointing at each other.
Is it Pabu? Is that how you say your name, Jeremy?
Yes.
Pabu, do you know these two?
I do. Yes. He is much more approachable than she is.
Oh, is this the moment where we describe our characters?
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
Do you want to go first, Bronze?
Sure. Let's. Bronze. He is a Gimli adjacent dwarf. He is a war priest.
Gimli.
What's up?
Kmart Gimli.
Yeah. He's Grimble. But yeah, he's basically a war priest with the Church of Abadar. He's got like a ginger hair. He's really short and stocky. He has a hammer. And that's all you can see of him.
Okay. Fearoth is kind of like a deer-esque tiefling. You can kind of see it in the picture. She is extremely tall. Like, if we're talking hoof to head, it's 6 foot, but if we're including the horns, she's about 6'8". She's a very big lady. She is a Slayer, which is a Pathfinder class, where they basically find a ranger and a rogue. And as Pabu said, she doesn't really like him very much.
You giving a head height and a horn height just made me think of like when some women give a real height and then a heel height.
Oh hell yeah, that's this equivalent. Oh, and then as a if Arson is like the thick, Faye's known for her titties because we had a titty moment in this party.
I
Oh,
don't
perfect.
remember that.
When she was
Okay.
hitting on what's his name, we were like, how would
Oh
You
yeah,
don't
yeah, that's
remember
right.
your date's name?
They
Wow.
literally used
He's
your
like a
assets.
major
Yeah.
NPC at this point.
I know it's been a minute. What was his name?
Oh, that's disappointing.
I forget Andreas's name sometimes, and I'm engaged to him. Um,
I
what
don't
was
think
his
that's a good
name?
thing, yeah.
It's not
I have
There's
important.
memory.
something.
Was it something like vanilla, like Simon or some shit?
Yeah, it was like
No,
Matt or something,
no,
Ryan
it
or
was.
something.
Hold on. It's in my head. Jesus fucking Christ.
Randall.
There you
Randall.
go. I just, it makes me. Oh, Becky had it. Randall. Good job, Becky. Fuck yeah.
Damn,
No,
Becky.
the big moment of that love story of, hey guys, if a woman went up to a bar, how would you get? What would be the first thing? Okay, show your titties, and
Jesus.
the corset moment of the game.
Sounds
All
perfect.
all right, but everyone's corsets are cinched and laced at this particular moment in time. And not only that, but Bronze and Fearoth, I don't remember. Are you guys at full HP? Because I know you just like got through combat. So how are you guys looking?
No, Bronze has definitely seen some stuff right now. He's
Yeah,
not dying, but he's definitely hurt.
I want to say Faye had taken like 8 HP damage, or like somewhere 8 to 14. It was in that range.
I don't know. It's not my job. You track your own HP.
I know. I'm sticky.
So it's and then you guys can see through this open door the next room over is completely filled with spider webs, and you can see the corpses of multiple giant spiders piled up and dismembered, like strewn about, still freshly bleeding.
I'm gonna like slowly push this one into the corner so I don't have to step over it. And then this one as well with like earthbending shit. I'm just gonna slowly move them against the back wall.
That's fair.
Bronze is gonna say like, well, we've only explored this kind of main hall area here. We have, aside from this room, that's the only place we've explored. So I haven't seen much else past that.
Let's get to it.
Yeah.
Could we get a refresher on what the job posting was exactly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Por supuesto. Just in a minute, please. Okay. Within a mountain 15 miles south of Van Dalen stands the ancient dwarven fortress of Axeholm, which has been sealed for years. If a dragon attack is indeed imminent, the people of Van Dalen might need to evacuate and take refuge in Axeholm. To that end, someone needs to open the fortress and make it safe for habitation. Once you accomplish these tasks, return to Town Master Wester.
Yeah. Clear it out, unlock the door. Easy. Let's go.
Are you guys here for the same reason we're here?
Most
Yep.
likely.
Yep.
This isn't the first time I found them on a job that I was working.
That we were working.
Well, no, that I was working before I met you.
Oh. You had a life before us?
Yes.
Probable.
Single tier.
Wait, what did you do before this?
Well, I was actually a bit of an athlete back home.
Really?
You don't
I
say.
was a professional pro bender.
I guess you can call anything a sport nowadays, but we should probably get moving.
How dare you, the national sport of my people.
Of half elf?
There's no better sport than the great national sport of football.
I fucking hate you. I hate you so much.
You'll learn someday, son.
Oh, okay.
All
Okay,
right.
I'm
Well,
gonna just head into this room while
I'm
these
about to say,
guys
you
chat
guys-
because I don't.
Yeah.
You guys are all sitting around. Okay, so as you guys make your way into this space, and then for the record, my homebrew and these games are night and day. Like I had to read this stupid book to remember what's in all this stuff because I didn't make it up. My homebrew worlds are much more seamless. I don't have to do any of this reading crap. Uh, there's this large
Coming
chamber.
Or
What's that?
coming from the scholar, I don't have to do any of this reading crap.
You know, I'd rather. You've seen the maps that get made. Like, I'd much rather design it all from scratch. But that shit takes time. So, well, you guys are in one of the largest chambers of the area, and this extends over. Like, these things are arrow slits, and if you guys peek out of the arrow slits, you're going to be able to see the road which comes down this way to this portcullis, which these dots right here are the gate, and currently in its down position, but it comes up as well. So you can see this like chamber here, which is where the road comes down, and then these lead out. You guys climbed up the mountain and then came down one of the chimneys here. All of this stuff are the like chains and the levers and stuff, which are designed to move the portcullis. And then there's a switch downstairs, presumably, that actually triggers the process. But like it's like the chains on a bike, right? Like you can see the mechanics of it all in place up here. These are stone pillars. These guys over here are large fireplaces, just like the one that you came down, but you can like physically see like rubble and stuff from where they collapsed, and like there's like dirt and stone and stuff just kind of like piled up at their mouths. And then there's two sets of stairs going down, and another door opposite the one that you guys all just emerged from.
Bron's probably gonna say like, "Well, this room is clear. I imagine we probably want to clear the whole floor before we head downstairs."
Good idea. Papa's gonna walk over here. Anything in this back corner?
How are you doing that with the
You hold your right click, and it just creates a red dot.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So keep in mind, this whole room is covered floor to ceiling in thick spider webs, to the point to where these windows are not super obvious. Like if you didn't see the daylight coming through from outside, you wouldn't have been able to tell where they were in the first place. And you make your way around to look at the corner, and there is like a small nest of what appears to be like a sack of eggs.
Oh, hey, should we take that out? And he looks at Bronze, excited.
Yeah, those fire spiders. I don't want to deal with any more of them, so let's do that.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and earth blast it.
Quick question: were the staircases going up or down?
Down.
Okay.
Because we're on the top floor.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
And what do you roll for your damage on that smashing?
It's just an attack roll.
Right, like what's your damage die?
Oh, my damage die is 3d6.
3d6. Yeah, dude. You just splatter them. You just like a fucking pancake. Create. Do you just create earth like out of nothing, or do you just like collect like dirt particles and stuff and?
Yeah, I think I'm like moving around dirt and shit that's in the room and condensing it, almost like if a waterbender were to pull water from the air, like condensating it. I'm doing that with the dust particles.
And you guys can see like grout and stuff like lifting itself out from between the cracks of stone, like weaving its way through all the webs, which become like covered in filth and dirt as all the dirt like makes its way, and then just absolutely destroys the sack of eggs, just gonzos and dunskies.
Plan B, brought to you by Pabu.
Nailed it.
While they're doing that, could like Faye kind of peek her head down the staircase?
Yeah.
Like kind of see what's there?
100%. So keep in mind,
Okay.
you're going to have a pretty narrow wedge of view once you are taking a look down there. But
Just like a peeksy,
yeah,
Little looksy pooksy.
a little look-see.
A looksy poo.
Yeah.
you look down there and the room doesn't is appears empty. You can't see very much of it, but what you can see appears empty, with the exception of you see a large wooden contraption of some kind, which you can only see just the very back end of from where you're at. It's impossible to tell what it is without getting closer.
It was a dwarven kind of castle, right? Or was
Yeah.
it just occupied by dwarves?
No, it was like a dwarven. I mean, nobody asked the history of it and who built it in the first place, but yeah, the last people to live here were dwarves.
Faye's gonna bronze. Come here.
He's gonna go over.
I don't know, that seems a little racist, but okay.
Fuck you. Anyway, Faye's just gonna kind of, like shoulder wave over, like, look at this. What is it? Is it dwarvish or anything that you would know of?
Does he see anything else, or does he just see the back of whatever it is?
Yeah, I mean, are you going downstairs or are you staying upstairs? That's my question to you.
Nah, he's staying up. He's staying upstairs.
Yeah, I mean, you can see like just the back, 8 to 12 inches of some large wooden contraption of some kind, but it's impossible to tell what it is without looking at the whole thing.
He's gonna say that is a wooden box. Can't see much more without going downstairs. I guess, do you want to figure out a room to clear out that we can start clearing these, making sure we're not taking on too much at once?
Well,
Yeah, where is Pabu going?
Yeah, that's my question.
After I cleaned out that spider sack, I wanted to continue clearing out this floor, so I was just gonna like make my way this way.
Okay.
Make your way down.
So,
Not downtown yet. We're still in the building. Once we leave, then we're going downtown.
Arson, in the last 60 seconds, you have climbed down a chimney. You've watched Pabu dive down a chimney, climb down behind him, met some companions, co-adventurers, acquaintances of his.
Heavy question mark.
It's obvious that they can handle themselves because this room is full of dead spiders. And the two of them have started peeking around downstairs. You've watched that crazy half elf that dove down the chimney also smash a bunch of eggs with his earth powers. What are you? And you and Dawn are just kind of like standing next to each other, watching all this stuff go down. What are you guys doing?
Oh, I'm actually standing on. I don't know if you've noticed. I'm standing on the body of the spider, because Pabu was grossed out by it, so I thought it was like a safe location for myself.
Burn, burn.
Fucking shade.
This is what happens with sexual harassment in the workplace, Pabu.
You're the one flaunting your titties.
Hey, hold on, stop. Arson, go, please.
So I mean, everything I've just been kind of watching Pabu skeptically do whatever he's doing in the corner over there, and watching the other two. I actually feel the most comfortable around Don right now because I feel like he's in the same spot as just kind of watching what's happening.
I mean, these guys apparently know each other, so
Right.
looks like they've got it. But...
It's like stranger besties right now. Because I'm a little unsure of the aggressiveness of Pabu.
Mm-hmm.
And a little more curious about the relationship between Faye and Bronze, because they obviously know each other a lot better.
Do you want to follow those two and people watch? We'll back them up if they need it.
Yeah, Pabu just seems out of control, so
yeah,
I think
we'll let Pabu be Pabu. He's got this.
We'll let Pabu be Pabu.
Fuck.
he can handle that corner, I think.
He's got it. Faye, Bronze, wait up.
We're gonna
We'll skedaddle over here.
I'm gonna step out of the spider's body. I was in it, so my boots are
What
Yeah.
is arson?
human rogue.
Human rogue. Okay.
Now with slightly spider guts.
Yeah, now with green blood on her boots, on her
I'm
otherwise
gonna
dark-colored boots.
I'm gonna pull a handkerchief out of my back pocket. You want to clean yourself up?
Thank you, I appreciate that. I'm gonna.
And it's like a classic red American handkerchief.
American in this
with
land
the
of
with
fantasy and
the
magic. It's American.
like little bit of grease on it too, just a smidge.
Smidgen of like car grease, car oil.
Yeah. No, I oil my bowstring.
Perfect. I'm gonna use the side that doesn't have oil and start kind of wiping my boots off to my best of my abilities.
And it's like difficult going because it's not only blood, but there's spider webs on it, and the blood is kind of like melted the webs. But then when you go wipe it, it all just kind of like congeals into this paste, and like a bunch of it's sticking to the rag, and then you're just kind of like smearing it around after a while, and like there's some on the rag, so you definitely got some of it off, but you hand back this like sticky,
No,
bloody
you can
mess.
keep it. I've got several.
This was a Clorox wipe situation.
Yeah, some Gugon maybe would have helped off in this situation. Maybe I'll hold on to it. I can freak out Pabu with it if he walks back.
Hey, what do you see down there?
Wait, did we introduce names?
No.
Do we know you guys?
No.
Oh,
No.
Oh. Hey,
hey,
giant.
Miss, what do you see down there?
A contraption.
Oh, if only we had somebody who could disarm it.
And
That's
Faye's
pretty
he's just gonna walk down and try to see what it is.
Or activate it from a distance with magical range attacks or something.
I don't know about magical range attacks.
Faye's gonna
Well,
clop her way down those steps.
Sounds good.
Clop clop.
Clop.
Probably you want to come down.
Oh, she has hooves. Yeah.
Pabu may not even be in this room yet. I'm not sure. I'm waiting for a meanwhile with him. Pabu, man, you made your way over to that door. Did you just open it and waltz on through?
I think I was gonna like listen to see if I could hear anything on the other side first.
Okay, and as you listen, roll me a perception check. That's what listening is.
Okay. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Perception plus 7, 22.
22, you hear the distinct sound of wind whistling through, and there must be an opening to the outside somewhere, but you don't hear any of the telltale snarling or breathing or footfalls of creatures.
I would like to crack open the door and peek in.
And as you peek in, sorry, that's not what I want to do. And as you peek in, you find a room which mirrors the one that you all dropped down previously, which the description of that room. This is a trashed room, leaving behind cots and chairs and tables and other furnishings which have all been like torn up and flipped upside down and ripped asunder. There is a blackened chimney set into the east wall with all the soot still completely undisturbed, unlike the like blackened mess of a room you just walked out of on the other side. And there's another door. You can't quite see it because I got my zones off. There's another door in this tile as well, which is closed.
Once I see it's mostly a mess and it kind of mirrors the room that I already came through, then I'm going to finish opening it and step in and take a better look around.
Okay, sounds good. Then with that, as you're taking a better look around, Bronze and Dawn and Arson have watched Feyaroth clip clomp her way down these stairs. They saw Pabu, standing at the door and then slip through into the other room, and it seems that at this point they need to make a choice as to what they're going to do next.
Should someone go with the little elf boy over?
Mhm.
He kind of does this thing. If we call over him, he may come. We can just let him know we're going down there.
Oh, like a companion. You just kind of whistle at him.
Yeah. And Bronze is gonna yell out like, "Here, Pabu, come here!" Like clapping his hands, and like we're going down the left staircase.
I'm gonna say, look at Bronze. Does he do this often?
Well, last we saw him, he was in a bathroom, and we didn't see him until recently. So I would say, yeah.
Wait, what?
Long story.
If Faye can still hear him, it's like he was in an outhouse and he never returned.
Oh,
Classic story of a hero.
I love it.
Did I mention this is more of our slapstick campaign?
Yeah. He ate a really bad Taco Bell.
But Bronze, after saying that, he's probably gonna start going downstairs.
Right behind you.
I'll be on the very back side of all of them going down.
Okay, then I'm just gonna put you guys in your marching order here, and we'll say that you guys are going downstairs. Pabu, you're taking a better look around this room, and you hear footsteps receding away from you, and Bronze calling out to you saying, "We're going down the left stairs," and then a bunch of footsteps disappearing. What are you doing, bud?
I'm gonna turn around and look and just kind of mutter to myself, I thought we were clearing this fucking floor. Okay, fine. I'm gonna finish. I want to finish looking around this room since I've already entered it, though.
Yeah, like I said, this room does not have anything apparently useful in it. There are, like I said, there are broken tables, upside down chairs, crates which look like they might have been smashed open, but it's all just remnants and debris, which is, has a layer of dust on top of it as if it hadn't been disturbed for a while.
Didn't you say there was a door here, though?
There's a door there, yeah.
Can I see the door?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm gonna go up to it. I'm gonna listen to that one too.
Perception check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as good. It's 14.
14. You hear nothing but silence coming from the other side of this door.
Crack the door open and peek.
And find another empty room, much smaller than the previous one. But this room, has been collapsed. This is all the roof and the mountain, which has caved itself in. But there is an obvious tunnel of some sort which leads downward and then curves out of sight.
Can I fit down the tunnel?
100%, yeah.
Sick. I'm gonna slide down that bit.
Great. And that is a winding, rubble-strewn tunnel.
Before I jump down, I'm gonna call back to Bronze. I bet I'll beat you down there, and then jump down.
Sounds great.
Gonna get
Go for it.
He's gonna get road rash.
This is literally and figuratively my element. I'll be iron.
That's true. That's true. With the ceiling being collapsed, there's some actual real life dirt going on, dirt and rock going on up here now. So he's got some stuff. But Fearoth is the first to lead you guys down this road, which leads you into. This space over here.
The left stairs.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's backwards, isn't it?
No, it's not. Yeah. You're right. It's the other side.
Oopsie poopsie.
I mean, it's obvious that there's mirroring chambers here, but
Oh.
these guys are giant arrow slits, And stationed in front of each of these is, including the one that you saw, just the last ass end of. It's obvious once you come down the stairs and enter this room that they are large ballistas, which have not like big, giant, oversized crossbows, which are mounted into the ground and obviously have not been fired for some time. But there are barrels with these spear-sized bolts in them, and there is another doorway here immediately on your left, as well as
Are the things pointing like outward?
yeah,
or
they're
they
pointed.
point...
Yeah, they're pointed outward.
Okay. Faye will do the Pabu in this situation, and I guess make a perception check at the door to try to listen in, see if she can hear anything.
While that's happening, Ron's just going to check the rest of the room.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a perception check, please, Faye.
28.
28. Bronze, as you make your way around the rest of this space, it's obvious that this is, this was originally at one time designed to operate as a defensive measures for the fortress, because you're like peeking through the slits and you can see like where the road is. You can see that you're actually behind the portcullis at this point, that's what these dots are. As you like look out, and you can see that you're looking at what would be, if there are also ballistas like this on the other side, what would have been at one point a like total death chamber to try to form a full frontal assault. Feyroth, what was the result of your perception check?
28.
On 28, you can hear distant sounds of footfalls or scrabbling of some kind. There's the distinct sounds of movement, though distant and unclear. I want to touch base with Dawn and Arson, who have, at this point come down the stairs. Feyroth's ears pressed to one of the doors. Bronze is like, obviously, like looking and scoping around this room. What are the two of you guys going to do?
I'm gonna finish my food.
I'm kind of observing. I'm still a little sketch on everyone. I don't know any of them, so I'm kind of following, kind of closely behind, but not making any, I guess, aggressive movements to decide what's happening.
Hey Arson, can you check out that crossbow and see if it's functional in any way?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna look around to see if there's any tracks around here. See where these people are going.
Okay, sounds great. That's a survival check from you for tracks. And Arson, are you going to inspect one of these crossbows?
I am going to inspect one of these crossbows. This one.
I would go ahead and use your disable device check for this as you're taking a look at this. Go ahead and make a roll for me, please.
I have your roll when you're ready for it.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and give me yours, Don.
23.
On a 23, the only obvious footprints in this place are the ones that Bronze and Feyroth and yourself and Arson are leaving, as there's a fine layer of dust which is collected all the way through here. And it's obvious this place that this room has not been used in quite some time. There are no obvious tracks or trails leading into or out of the space.
Okay.
Arson.
So how do I know what to, so I used D&D Beyond before, and it would just give me my dice.
You're good. You're good. It's almost always a D20. If I ask you for a skill check for any of those skills, acrobat that we were putting 9 points apiece into when we were building your character, acrobatics, climb, bluff, praise, all that stuff, you roll a D20. You take whatever the number is on that D20, you add that modifier on your skill. That's your final and the number that I'm interested in hearing.
Okay.
Yeah, your D20 is going to be your mainly used dice. Everything else is going to be secondary.
So I rolled a 2, and then my skill modifier is 17. So 19? So, yeah.
On a 19, you are inspecting this thing and you're lightly running your hands along it, all the contact points, and you touch the bowstring, it's still taut, and as you're sliding your hand down, you expect the lever, which must be the firing device, to be like much more rusted out than it is. But it is not, in fact, rusted out. And you give it you just like give it the slightest touch, and you watch the pin that normally holds the string in place like fall back 3/4 of the way and like just hold on, and you watch the springs kind of slide forward just 1/4 of an inch, and some of the dust cracks off them. There's like creak as they move, and it's obvious that that just another hair touch on this thing and it's going to fire. They are definitely operable.
So it looks like these guys are fully ready to go. Doesn't look like they've been used in a while, but I think they could be used in a moment's notice, without a doubt.
That's dwarven craftsmanship for you.
I love the plug.
And they are they big enough to take with us?
They're bolted to the ground.
Oh, both of them. Okay.
With that, Faye's gonna take her ear off the door and insist that there's something moving.
Faye's gonna take her ear off.
Yeah, Faye's gonna take her ear off the door, and she's just gonna kind of look up and kind of look at Bronze. There's something moving, maybe talking, past this point.
I guess, do you want to continue forward? Doesn't look like there's anything else left in this room.
Probably. Do you want to wait for Pabu? As she's gonna look at Bronze, and then kind of over to Dawn and Arson, kind of with like a raised eyebrow kind of look, if they had eyebrows.
Well, Pabu said he would try and beat us here, so good luck to Pabu.
I don't think Bob's very worried about us, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Whoa there.
Pabu's not here.
With that, Faye's gonna kind of look at Dawn and Arson and it's like, how good at you were at sneaking, hiding.
In a pinch, I've been known to be sneaky.
It might be a specialty of mine.
Okay. Bronze, I know you can't do it, but try it best. Faye's gonna roll into stealth and then, open the door.
I'll roll into stealth also.
Sounds good. If you would like to roll into stealth, Shelly, you'll roll your d20 and you'll add your stealth modifier to it, and you'll let me know what that number is, because when the bad guys roll perception checks, I need to know what they're perceiving against. Okay, so we've got, you guys are rolling, and I'm going to write down your names, but I'm not going to get your rolls yet, so please just hold them for me, because while you're doing that, I'm going to switch over to Pabu, who is like, scrunched his way down this like curving, winding pathway, and it emerges here, and into a long hallway of sorts. And you got to give me a second to make sure that I know what the fuck is in that hallway, because I didn't write this shit. And there's also a distinct smell, a stench of death and decay, which fills the air as you come down here.
Ooh.
Wonderful.
Not my favorite. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm in stealth. Not my favorite. I got a 27, by the way.
You got 27. Okay. Then Pabu, you make your way. This hallway goes both directions. There's obvious that it opens up into a wider chamber going this way, and tees off with a door down here. What would you like to do?
I guess I'll head south to get more of a view as to what's going on around me.
Going which direction? I'm sorry.
Down.
Down south.
Whatever the fuck over her.
As you come down here, you find that the ceiling has collapsed in the eastern section of this room. The eastern half of the wall is strewn with debris and is considered difficult terrain, where all those dots are. The stench of death and decay has grown much stronger as you've made your way into this space. There's a large set of double doors on your right to the west, and another single small door to the south. And this big empty chamber just has a lot of like debris, broken pieces of stone, and of course your favorite, lots of rock and earth.
Wait, is Pablo downstairs?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was still upstairs.
Yeah.
No, I slid down.
Well,
the
and you guys don't know where he is. All you know is that he hollered at Bronze that he'd race you guys downstairs, and that was the last you heard of
But-
Pabu.
Once I get down here and I recognize that I'm very obviously, to some extent, maybe a little tiny bit lost. Like, guys.
Can we hear him through all this earth?
I am going to need a. Are you? And so you're yelling to be heard, correct, Pabu?
Yeah.
Constitution check from you, please.
Oh, God.
It's much easier than asking for 4 perception checks.
Okay. Con check. That's 3. It's not a save. Oh, thank God. 22.
Ah, nice. You guys do hear a distant hollering of Pabu's voice coming from deeper within the fortress of Axeholm, but the way it bounces off the stone makes it impossible to discern precisely which direction it came from.
Do you guys hear that?
Unfortunately.
Is he crying or is he celebrating? I can't tell.
Don't
He
give
does
us
a lot of both.
If he said he's gonna try and beat us there, he's gonna try and beat us there. Don't give him any hints.
It's fucking brutal, man.
I know.
Listen. There on a good day, Don Monson is pretty happy and cheery. Do I look like I'm having a good day?
From
I
the
should probably.
mustache and the cornrows, I'm assuming not.
Uh-huh. Well,
We
only
should
half a mustache
Uh-oh.
and half an eyebrow, or half of my eyebrows.
Ron's says like, well, knowing him, he's bound to get lost, so I should probably try and find him before he wanders into a hornet's nest.
And I will take your guys' stealth checks real quick, speaking of finding him.
Oh yeah. Faye got a 31.
Dawn?
Holy shit. 27.
Bronze.
I'm gonna drag all of you guys down. I have a -5.
Oh,
Arson.
18, 31.
oh, we're twinsing.
Oh,
Winning.
if only you didn't have this noisy motherfucker with you.
I'll go behind you guys because I'm gonna be basically. My theory is that the wall is just like a bit too big, so he's just clanking as he's trying to make his way through.
Faye's comment of Braun, try your best is starting to make more sense.
Are you guys going to push through this door? And if so, in what order are you going to be moving?
Kind of assume Faye first because she was the one opening it.
Okay. Because it's there's only room for one of you at a time. So line yourself up in the hallway, please. If Faye is coming through first.
Arson, where do you wanna be?
I'll
Go
go
in.
after. We'll
You
have
go
the
after Faye.
Yeah, we'll have the stealth in front there.
Okay. We can. There we go.
How far behind are you following, Bronze?
Probably like 10, 15 feet.
10, 15? Okay, sounds great. As you guys make your way into this narrow passageway, those sounds which you heard, which Fearoth heard previously, become apparent to everyone as there are multiple. Let me make sure I got this right. Yeah, there are multiple sets of footprints making staggered, uneven steps, and there's a low gurgling emitting from the back of the room, as well as a foul stench, which is now beginning to fill the air.
Can I ask, like, what kind of foul? Like, are we talking toot foul or other foul?
Like decay.
Like decay. Okay. Okay, I guess we'll go forward a little bit more.
Sneaking.
And as you guys move forward, I need to find my bag of dice.
Oh no.
That's never a good sign.
So I can make my first roll of the night.
I'll just say Faye has trap spotter.
You've activated my trap card.
If it's perception on them, I would like to try to argue that Pabu yelling for them might attract things to him instead.
Aww.
I can appreciate that, Pabu, with the topography being what it is. That was not applicable in this situation.
Okay.
So then, you guys are mostly fine. But as Fearoth makes her way to the edge of this hallway and where this room kind of opens up and she'd be able to see a little bit more, then you guys are able to see a large room with no.
Any bad bitches are in the room.
I gotta find the bad bitches first.
In that room yet?
There they are.
So far, we got at least 4 bad bitches.
Oh damn!
Whoa.
Two. I don't know why they
no,
started off so big.
Look at that friend. It's because the map is so small.
Yeah.
The map
People
scale
let me
is so
tell you
small.
about my best friend.
They don't look friendly.
They're not
cold.
friendly.
Will eat you till the end.
Maybe they're just misunderstood.
Yeah, maybe.
Their moms didn't love them enough.
You wanna try asking them about it?
Yeah.
Let's test that theory.
And and there's only one of them that is shambling towards the obvious sound, but there's one of them that's like shambling towards the obvious sound that does not appear to have noticed you guys yet. Anything in particular you want to do?
Can I do like a dungeoneering roll or something to see what these things are?
Sure.
Because I assume they're undead. I'm assuming zombies because picture, but on the off chance we get to know more. Okay, my dungeoneering is 12. What do I get?
Do
What
human
do I get?
undead still count as human?
No. They're humanoids, but they don't count as human.
That will be a total of 13 for 18 plus 12. So 30.
A 30? 30?
30.
Yeah.
Zero.
Okay.
You're
Yeah. These things are, yeah. I mean, I don't know if an adventurer would really determine any major difference between a zombie and a ghoul, but these things are ghouls, and you know that they crave flesh in the same way that zombies do. So effectively, they're the same fucking thing.
Okay, I was about to ask for like player, is there a difference? Okay. This is kind of related to know if Faye would know. Do they have very good eyesight? Like, are their senses just shit? Is it like Walking Dead where they're blind, but if they can smell or hear you, you're fucked?
I'm going to argue that's outside of Faye's realm of knowledge, especially in the literal second she has to react before this thing is in the hallway with her.
Okay.
Is it in Dawn's knowledge?
I'm gonna test something because we're fuck you. I'm going to take one caltrop and throw it into the corner to test my sound theory.
So you're gonna try and distract it with your caltrops.
Yeah, like just take one and kind of throw it. You know how like caltrops are metal, so it would clink against the stone.
Yeah, I got you.
To try to see if it's like if it might respond to the sound, because so far it's close enough to see us, but it doesn't seem to see us.
Okay. This is obvious to both Arson and Dawn as well. You guys see this thing shambling towards you. Feoroth reach into a pouch and chuck something against the wall, and you hear it go make a sharp ting sound as it strikes. What do Arson and Dawn want to do?
Oh, how big is this hallway?
It's 5 feet wide. There's not room to push past your companions. You are stuck at the end of this chain.
Okay, get ready. In case this goes south.
Yeah, I'm just bracing myself.
Does Braun see this?
Yeah. I mean, it's obvious enough to him as
Okay.
well. Actually, you know what? From where he is, I'm gonna say no. That he just sees everybody stop in front of him, and hears Feoroth throw this metal jumping jack, basically.
I want to say his dark vision.
Yeah, but you don't have see through 3 bodies in a narrow hallway in front of you vision.
Right.
Okay. No,
But
he's
he is
short enough that he
shorter.
looks under.
Yeah.
I mean,
Can
if
he
you
be
were a
looking
2-foot gnome, I'd consider it, but you're a 4-foot dwarf. Like, you know.
Okay. All right.
So we're on Arson and
Okay.
Dawn.
We're braced.
You guys are
We're,
braced.
we're ready to either move or we're ready to move one way or
We're
the
at the
other.
top of the roller coaster.
Yeah.
Then this thing has stopped momentarily and turned his head towards the sound of the noise. And then Bronze takes another step forward behind you, and his head snaps back to the hallway, and he takes another step closer.
Don't move. Throw another one, Faye.
He's gonna throw multiple, just like clink, 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 clink. And she's gonna try to throw it as far as physically possible.
And at this point, if the party has stopped, Bronze has stopped.
Sounds good. With the motion of Faye reaching down to throw more of these caltrops, is enough for this creature, which is literally only 10 feet away from you, to notice. And I'm going to need initiative rolls out of you guys. So that is, Shelly, a d20 plus the modifier on your character sheet that's called initiative. It's on the left side somewhere.
It is the same as your dex modifier, too.
Yeah. Pabu, meanwhile, what are you up to, bud? You're hollering and you don't hear any kind of obvious answer.
Well, Pabu's shithead senses are tingling, and he really wants to explore over here, but he feels like he should probably try to find his party, and he was trying to race them. So he thinks that the next logical course of action is to go through this door.
Okay.
But wait, there's more.
I honestly don't know the answer to that yet. I got to look in this stupid book. That's part of the deal. Okay, and through this door is a great hall with a 40-foot high ceiling supported by 4 thick stone pillars. A thick layer of dust covers this flagstone floor, and in the middle of each wall past the entrance is a double door. Arrow slits are set up high in the north and south walls, which you recognize as being, on that level from that room you were just in. Some of those arrow slits are here, I think, and a small stone balcony protrudes from the wall above the east exit. Never eat. So above your wall. 20 feet above the door. Otherwise, it's empty.
Would I I mean, from a metagame perspective, now that I'm a little closer, would I be able to hear the commotion that's going on the other side of the store?
Not as of now because they're just shambling, but they're literally about to go into combat, and as of the first round of combat, you will. So
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and have you roll initiative as well, and we'll just say that the
Well,
sounds
so
of combat alert
if
you.
if I don't hear it yet, I don't know which staircase they went down, so I'm thinking trying to go into the middle. So
I will say, Bronze did say the left staircase.
Yeah, but he doesn't know where
well,
that
yeah,
dumps
but
out down here.
Okay.
yeah. So I think Pabu's gonna instinctively try to be like in the middle, so I'd go through these doors.
Okay, sounds great. I gotta look at my key real quick because there is a symbol that I don't immediately recognize. And you give a tug on them, and those doors are locked.
All right. Never tell me the odds. Going even. Let's go to the left.
All right, sounds good. And that'll be a good place for, I think, you to start as we roll into combat. So, what was everybody's initiative roll here?
18.
Dirty 20.
Bronze was 18. Phase is a dirty 20. Dawn?
22.
Arson?
19.
19. Pabu?
Rather, um, I got a 7. It's perfect.
Nice. I like it. This is going to work out great.
You're good. I got an 18, and I thought I was going to be at the top. I'm second last.
Hey, you don't know where the bad guys are. You could be third to last.
God, I hope the zombies don't have a good dexterity. That would be fucking terrifying.
Well, sometimes they just roll naturally high, but that's not that naturally high, not 20, 22, 19 high. That's pretty good. Okay, so then to start us off is going to be Dawn because you rolled a 22. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, yeah, you can start us off, bud.
Hey, if you guys either clear the hall or duck, I can get a shot off. So I'm gonna hold my action.
They can duck. You can't move past them, but you can communicate to them, and they can duck as a free action. That's not a big deal.
I don't have to hold my action for that.
No.
Okay. If you guys duck, I can get 2 shots off.
I'm ducking.
Faye will try to duck the best she can.
And then how far? He's only
5, 10. He's within your 30-foot increment. Yeah.
okay.
And these tiles are so big, they're in the tile their feet are in. So he's still 5 feet away from Fearoth.
I don't have.
There's still 5 feet between them.
Dice. I'll have to find my other set of dice here. In
Plus,
just
just
a
roll
moment
twice.
Yeah. The first one is a 29.
To hit, that hits. Yeah,
The
100%.
second one is an 8.
An 8 does not hit, so you can roll on that first one.
That is a D8 plus 3. Great.
3 whole damage with your crossbow?
Longbow.
With your longbow. As 2 arrows whiz past Arson and Fearoth, one of them you can hear clatter against the far wall as the shaft snaps with the impact. The second does embed itself in the thigh of the ghoul.
I was going for the D.
Becky says, geez, don't kill them all in one blow.
I mean, or do. That's fine.
Oh.
And then I will.
Can hold your movement.
Now, can I hold my move action in case I need to get out of the way?
Yeah, so yes, you can. Where do you want to? I guess you can move wherever you want. Just if the hall clears, are you going to move, or just if you're in danger? Or
Yes.
what's your...
If the hall clears and I have the ability to move, I'm gonna move out of there.
Great. Shelly, for teaching moments, you get a movement action and a standard action as part of your combat turn. Your movement action allows you to move your movement. Your standard action is, one of a million different things. Usually it's attacking with your weapon. Sometimes it's trying to grapple somebody. Every once in a while it's trying to break free of a magical effect of some kind. So what Don has just done is he's taken his standard action by attacking, and he still has his movement left, but you guys are in the way. And because he knows he can't move when it's not his turn, he's saying, okay, I'm going to hold that movement, and I'm going to use that movement if this hall clears out, and I'm going to move so that, after you and Arson have had your turns, if you guys are out of the hallway, then I'm going to kick back to Don and say, okay, the hall's clear. Do you want to move now? And he'll move. But it's a way to take elements of your turn when it's not your turn, but you can only hold one or the other. You can either hold your movement or you can hold your action. So in this instance, Dawn is held with movement.
Okay.
Are you going to say anything to your party about clearing the hallway, or are you just keeping this thought to yourself, Don?
Hey all, what's our plan here? Are we going in there? Or are we going back?
Too late to go back. We're going in.
All right, we're going in. Bronze, we're going in.
You start hearing the scraping of stone and stuff as his armor like starts moving.
The heavy breathing of him running.
Clang, clang, clang.
As he picks
clang.
up the pace. and Pabu, I will say that's the first thing you hear is the familiar sound of Bronze's armor clanging against stone.
So Pabu's just gonna say out loud to nobody in particular, there he is, and then he's gonna open the door.
Cool, love it. Then in game, that will bring us to Faye, who is next in initiative order.
Faye's gonna do that Slayer combo thing with the Slayer, Deadly Aim, and then the Rapid Shot to try to do 2 with the negative penalty.
What's the Slayer thing?
The Slayer thing was basically studied target, so she gets +2 on. Let me see.
Isn't if I remember correctly, isn't study target a standard action that you have to take first? It's like a preload thing, like you do that first, and then all your attacks afterward have a thing.
I'm not sure because previously we've been doing it at. He can study that target as an immediate action.
As an immediate action. Okay, so it yeah. So then you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me roll. And they're within 30 feet.
They are definitely within 30 feet. You almost are going to provoke an attack of opportunity. He's so close, but
Yeah.
but you're not. He's got 5 feet between you.
Oh, that's good. Okay, and let me. First one's gonna be 25.
Hits.
Okay, and then second one is going to be 15.
Hits.
Okay, cool beans. And then let me see what I gotta do. Okay, 2d8s. And then add my damage. Okay, then that's gonna be. It's gonna be a total of. No, 19.
No, it wasn't 50 to hit. No, and 19 damage total.
Yes.
Sweet. So that is a good point, Shelly. So in my game, I'm not a big fan of referring to hit points specifically because, in the real world, you don't look at somebody and you're like, he's at exactly 32/47 of their health. It's like you look at him and you're like, he's wounded, or he's bloodied, he's taken a lot of damage, or wow, he's taken a shit ton of damage. That dude's barely limping by. He's on death's door. So I literally tag my enemies that way. So I won't ever tell you exactly how many hit points they have, but I literally change their description to have either wounded, bloodied, or death's door on them, so that, although I guess it doesn't really help in this case because it's so freaking small. But this guy's on death's door. He is just about ready to kick the bucket, so to speak, if he weren't already dead. But he is still standing, in fact, Feyroth.
Cool beans. Can I try to get past him as my move?
You can. So as a reminder on the way that threatened squares work, is that he's big right now. The red square is the square he's standing in. So every square around the square with my red dot is considered threatened. So you will step into his threatened space, and you can walk all the way around to this point with no consequences. But as soon as you try to step away from him into either of these two squares, he'll get an attack of opportunity on you. So you can squeeze past, but if you want to step past these tiles, he'll get a free shot basically for you turning your back on him.
I'll just go to here for right now, so we have like a walkway at least.
Cool, sounds great. And then, are you done?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, that does bring us to Arson, and Bronze is on deck up after Arson. So it is your turn, Arson. You are in stealth. This ghoul does not appear to immediately notice you, and he is bleeding terribly. Like his limbs were barely attached in the first place, and now they're just this guy's falling apart. What do you guys want to do?
So, do I have weapons? I guess I don't.
Oh,
No
you
way.
know what? We didn't actually equip you any weapons in your deal. That's super right. Yeah.
Usually, rogues are proficient in daggers and finesse weapons.
No, she's got two. She's got two daggers, and we also didn't give you any armor. So your armor class is definitely going to be higher than it is on your sheet by
Leather
2 or
armor.
3, I believe, for medium armor, for hide armor that rogues wear. So give me a second, and I literally still have you up here. So I'm going to equip a dagger and go back to your character sheet. Okay. So you get a +8 modifier to your rolls. So you'll roll the dice and then you'll add 8 to it to see if you hit, if you want to attack once. If you want to attack twice because you have your two-handed weapons, you get 2 attacks that are both at -2, guys. Is that right? Is that we figured out from the two-handed weapon fighting?
Yes. I
Yeah,
think.
so instead of +8, they're both going to be at +6. So it'd be your call whether or not you wanted to do that. But I have that here for your modifier for your to hit with weapons.
Okay. So I'm gonna. Where? Oh my gosh, I have too many things open. I'm gonna kind of do like a sneaky roll up on him, and since he's on death's door, I'm just gonna do a one hit with the dagger, hopefully to the temple here, straight to the head.
Okay, sounds good. So go ahead and roll your d20 and add 8 to it and tell me what that number ends up being.
Oh, that was rude. It was like on an 18, it went to 5. 5 and 8 is 13.
A 13 is still higher than the armor class on these ghouls, so that hits. So normally you would roll a regular d6, plus you'd add your dexterity modifier, which is 4 for your damage. But this is a sneak attack, and every time you get a sneak attack for this level, you're going to roll 3 additional d6. So you're going to end up rolling 4 d6, and then you're going to add your dexterity modifier, which we just put your character I know is 4. So this attack ends up being 4d6 plus 4 is going to be the damage that you're going to land on this guy. So you got to roll 4d6.
Okay. So I got 3, 5, 2, 4. So accidentally left my d20 here. So it's adding that 8, 10. So 14 plus you said 4.
Yeah.
So 18.
18 is a fuck ton of damage, especially for something that is almost dead, and now it is dead. So it is tradition that you get to describe to us how this thing dies because you're the one who killed it.
I am going to, as I previously described, roll up, put this dagger right through the temple, and then just kind of turn and twist and rip it out. Kind of, I don't know, just like very dominant, like no
Very
no
dom.
doubt in my mind that I was gonna, yeah, like top dom moves, very thick top dom moves on that.
Cool. I love it. Then this thing just like crumples to the ground. There's a splatter of blood on the stone, the flagstone next to it, as it just like collapses into a heap. And I put red rings around stuff when it's dead so that you know that it's dead. So you still have your movement. You've only used 10 feet of it to get up to where the ghoul is. Would you like to use the other, I believe, 20 feet of it that you have access to?
Yeah, I'm going to.
You are also now out of stealth because you've made your attack, so you're like visible because you've like announced yourself with your blades.
I'm gonna move just right next to Faye.
Cool. Then the hallway is now clear. Dawn, would you like to use your movement?
Yes, I'm gonna make my movement and go there.
Just
Okay,
notice we got a wall of women.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Can you see that, Dawn? Is that not grayed out for you?
Oh, it is grayed out, I guess. Yeah, sorry. Um.
Because there's there's a doorway on this tile,
Oh, okay.
but you can stand here.
Yes, I will stand. I can't grab my token. There we go. Yeah.
He's just peeking out of the corner.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like he's peeking from the darkness.
Okay.
No, that's
got
where.
Drugs.
That's where I want him.
Okay.
Good.
Then we're still on Arson, who's moved, and you've used your standard action. There's not a whole lot left to do on this turn, but talking is always free. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I really want to yell something at that zombie's dead body, but I can't think of anything clever. Insert clever shit at that dead body right now. I don't have anything coming to mind because I'm a little tired, but I said anything clever to that zombie right there.
Okay, sounds good. And you guys, in all of this commotion, have very solidly attracted the attention of the other four ghouls here in this room that are now fixated pretty squarely on Fearoth and Arson. Especially after Arson has made such a snarky comment, and I'm sure that they were just totally offended with their zombie brains that totally work the way they should.
They went, bitch, excuse me?
And that'll bring
Damn
us.
it, Pabu. Damn it, Pabu. You had to go showing off here. You're not even here at the moment we need you.
And
What?
Pabu just hears his name dully said through the door.
His Pabu
There they,
sensitive.
there they are. I kicked the door open.
I'm about to say, we'll get there, Pabu. We'll get there. Then Bronze is up.
It's going to be a really short turn. I'm going to double move for 40 feet.
He's rounding second.
20,
He's bottle running.
As you guys
35,
hear
40.
the jangle of chainmail come up from behind you.
Yeah, basically you see him here. You hear like bricks hit the ground because like the ones that are jutting out and stuff have been knocked down. And he's just holding his warhammer ready to go.
Don't forget
And
the
that'll be it.
3-5.
Oh, I'll take that. There we go. Appreciate it. There we go. He's ready to go.
Good. Then that is going to bring us to the bad guys. And before I take their turn, I'm also going to need to just take a quick second to add some leather armor to Shelly's character so that I know what her real AC is. You got to give me just. You gotta give me just a second, because I was all excited that we like got through it. I'm like, sweet, we made the character record time. Did not put a damn thing in any of her pockets. Did not equip her with weapons. She's just like walking in here. So okay.
I was wondering how everybody was going, and I was like, I don't know.
You're like, where's my weapon? How do I attack? That should be on this piece of paper. I will send you your updated PDF here in just a second, Shelly. Just so for your own mental math, you're getting a +2 armor bonus, so your AC should be 16 now instead of 14.
Okay.
Sweet. Because now we got some ghouls that are doing some shit. Pabu, you yelled something, right? Or have you not been talking back? Have you just been muttering to yourself?
Pabu or Dawn?
Pabu. Must not be at the computer. It's fine. Because these two are plopping in and saying hey. They're saying what's up. 5, 10, 15, 20. And one of them's taking a shot at Faye, and the other one is taking a shot at Arson. And I need to fucking figure out what that means. So give me a second.
These ghouls let us girl boss.
That is not. That is not a. Wow, really? Okay.
The ghouls definitely stopped us from girl bossing.
What are they? Wow, these guys should not be this cool.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
It's
no.
like
No, no.
Gatekeeping and girl bossing.
Oh
they're
my.
they're real zombies, everybody. They're the bad kind.
Oh my
Are we
fucking god.
It's fine. I got an ace up my sleeve. I just didn't want to use it.
This is crazy, guys. Okay, first one is going at Faye. Rolled low, only for a like 11 to hit. I don't think it's gonna hit.
It's not gonna hit.
The one against Arson is only not much better at a 13, which I think we just established wouldn't even beat your AC without armor. So neither one of these are going to land as these things like reach out to swipe at you with their claws, which have like some kind of like oozing gelatinous crud kind of like coming out from under the grime underneath their fingernails as they swipe through the air and miss both of you guys. And that's it for the ghouls because they literally can't get to you. Which brings us to our good friend Pabu, who finally kicks down the door. Bah! And finds just a horde of ghouls between himself and the rest of his party, but he definitely found the rest of his party.
Wait a second. What was the oh my gods about?
Didn't matter. Just don't worry about it. It's not a thing.
Okay.
Pabu, are
Hey,
you
bud,
back?
welcome to the party.
He might be in the bathroom.
Okay, well, we traditionally take a 5 or so minute break in the middle of the stream sometime anyway, so people can like refill waters and use the bathroom and stuff. So if Pabu is not with us anyway, he was going to mark the end of our initiative order. I was going to do that at the top of the next round. So let's just take it early. I'll make a little star next to Pabu's name so I know that we're starting with him when I come back. And let's just take 5. It's 8:37. Let's take it. Let's call it 8 minutes. We'll be back at 8:45. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool. All right. See you guys in a few.
See ya.
that's not it, and that's not it either, and fuck, man, where is it?
How many
That's the one.
layers?
That's the one. And we're back. Okay. Pablo,
Can I
are
get
you
a
back?
retroactive blast because I'm an idiot?
What's up?
Can I get a retroactive rock blast because I'm an idiot?
A retroactive rock blast? Oh, to blow the door open?
Yeah, I mean, because I know that there was one here, and I decided to open the door, and I figured I would have reflexively at least attacked whichever one was there.
Yeah, I mean, it's your turn right now. You get to do whatever you want. These things flooded in to attack your teammates because they just, rolled higher than you on the reflex. So at this point, you're kicking down the door, and you see four of them immediately to your right, standing, locked in combat with Feyaroth and Arson.
Oh God! Look in the Discord.
That's fucked up, man. What's funny is there's actually a sinkhole on the freeway, like right next to me, that's causing massive traffic delays.
Oh, that just tickles me pink. That's great.
Ellie, if you didn't know, our resident making the memes and doing the drawings guy is Andreas, and he comes in quick.
Yeah, that was pretty speedy.
I was working on it throughout the whole break. I was trying to get it before we went live.
If you look,
Let me put that on screen for posterity's sake. Here we are.
if you look in our memorable moments tag, you'll see some of his drawings of things that have happened in the campaign.
Oh my god, that's fucking great. Okay, Pabu, but you're kicking down this door, man. What's up?
Yeah.
Talk to us.
I'm gonna kick down the door, and I'm gonna go ahead and max pain slide this way while I'm
Hell yeah.
blasting these guys.
And then you started blasting. Cool. So you roll attacks. I don't roll saves. That's how your thing works, right?
Yeah, it's text. So that's a 17 to hit.
17 does hit, and yes, our general chat is Becky just simping over Mothman. Although it's not just that, because it's more like Lynn and Jennifer enabling Becky's simping over Mothman. That's a more accurate representation of general,
True.
I think. But,
Hey, Dave, gotta induce that simping of that ass. Like you've seen that.
That cake.
this
dough.
we should just rename the server from Pathfinder to We Like It Thick, and that should just be.
Thick
Oh my gosh, I
admiration.
didn't notice it says Frinder, not Finder. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
because
that was
it was-
Jeremy. That was credit goes to Jeremy there.
Because we play on Fridays.
Because we used to play on Wednesdays, but now we play on Fridays.
Dave asked for a new name. It was the first dumb thing I came up with. Nobody else came up with anything better, so we stuck with it.
So that's it.
I by no
There's the
means am
story.
claiming it was a good name.
Oh, I thought it was like Friends. Becky's been in the server this whole time. I thought it was the power of friendship.
It'd be
I'ma be-
Pathfinder if it was.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Becky. I did too until they said it wasn't.
Like just now?
Yeah, I thought it meant like Pathfinder. You know,
Oh my
like
god.
That sounds like the name of a bad dating app, Pathfinder.
Thank
We
you,
already
Billy.
developed the dating app. That's already been done. We
yeah.
did that whole
I
thing
thought-
already.
I thought also it might have been a reference to Tinder, as in Pathfinder, like our
It
dating
was
app.
not Friender, Becky.
Oh man, but we did come up with a whole D&D fantasy themed dating app. It was
That's
a
right,
whole
we did.
it was a whole week, man. That was wild. Okay, Pabu.
Shelly, you want to be part of a Powerpuff Girls one shot we're creating?
Oh yeah, the cracked out Powerpuff Girl.
There's
Come
a
on.
pained expression on Dave's face every time it's brought up.
I'm actually really excited to run it. I'm just not excited to write it.
We'll
You should
send
write it with that one guy. He joined the chat like a couple days ago.
Oh, Jarl.
Jarl.
Oh, Jarl would be a great fucking partner to write that with. Then we could both run it for our groups. That'd be great. Okay, all right. I'm bringing this to order. Order.
17 damages on this guy.
17 to hit and 17 damages, you say? Well, that brings G2 straight into the bloodied category, which means he has lost more than half of his hit points.
Dirty 20 on this guy.
Also hits that guy.
Ew. 13 damage.
13 damage. And to be clear, that was 2 separate ghouls, correct?
Yes.
Okay, great.
So
13 damage will still bloody him? Yeah.
I kicked open the door and I Max Payne slid and blasted as I slid and ended up here.
Okay, I love it. And in the process, you've thrown giant chunks of earth, which have the rest of the party can hear the crunching of bone as this stone flies through the air and impacts on these bodies. And those of you in the front can see these limbs bending and contorting in directions that they have no business bending and contorting in. But the 2 figures in the back do appear to have turned and are wandering towards your friend Pabu, who has found his way into the chamber.
Pabu entered the chat.
Then, without further ado, Dawn is up and Feyroth is on deck.
Okay. If the front line ducks, would I even be able to get a shot off on these guys? Is there room, or do I need to go through them first?
You would. It would. There'd be the over. I tell you what. You could shoot at them. I'm gonna give them full cover, and if you miss and hit the cover, you don't actually miss. You just hit the guys in front of them. You know how you guys can duck behind cover and then they earn a 50% miss chance? I'll give that to them, but if you hit the miss chance, it hits their cover, which are for them the guys in front of them.
Actually, you know what? They're far. No, I'm gonna shoot it at this Mr. Man here.
Sounds great.
I'm gonna take my rapid shot, so I'm gonna take 3 shots at him.
Okay, those are fresh boys, so.
Yeah.
And I wish I could.
That is a 24 for the first one.
That is a 24 hits every single day of the week.
That is a 18 for the second one.
18 also hits.
And that is a 13 for the.
The 13 will also hit. Go ahead and roll 3 damages.
Okay, so that is 2, 4, so 6. What is that? There's another 9. It's 9 damage.
It's 9 damage.
Low rolls on the D8. Damn.
Wow, you rolled 3 times and only came up with 9 damage on a D8.
Yeah, and I get a +1 on it too.
Wow,
Ooh.
dude, those are some garbage rolls.
I mean, the rapid shot's hitting, but the damage is
Garbage.
I know. Shh.
It's trash, my friend. Okay, so all 3. So again, you guys hear Dawn call out duck, and 3 arrows come flying past, and all 3 of them embed themselves in G4. But he puts up his arms, which still have the remains of old ratty leather bracers on them, and the arrows mostly ingrained in the bracers. One of them you can see has gone through the skin, but only just on the outside. And they're all fairly shallow wounds, but all 3 of them do find purchase.
I'm just a little rusty. My ex-wife really did me in last time.
That witch.
Anything else from you, Don?
No, I'm done.
Then Feyroth is up and Arson is on deck.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Who did Dawn hit again? Just to double check.
Don hit the one in front of Arson. This one here.
Okay, I'm gonna do that one as well, but I'm gonna enact the Slayer thing. So the last one died. I'm gonna enact my new Slayer onto this dude and just do what I did last time.
So you're gonna take ranged attacks with your bow.
Yeah, I know, and I'll get the he can try to attack me. They can
I'm
try
about to
to
say
poke me.
I'm about to say both of them will. I just want to make sure that's clear.
Yeah, we're good.
Cool.
As I roll. By the way, when you said boy, my dog looked up and has been staring at the camera ever since to try to figure out where you're coming from. Okay. The first going
Okay.
to be
Those attacks of opportunity don't hit because they are a 2 and a 3 respectively.
okay. The first one going to be a 25.
25 hits.
Second one going to be 18.
Also hits.
Cool beans. Okay. And then dun.
So what has just happened here is that Faye has taken a ranged attack at an enemy that she's literally standing right next to. And so the idea is that they get to get a free little shot in because, you know, they can literally reach the bow and can like fuck with her while she's in the process of using it. So like it goes off and still attacks them, but they also get a little attack on her.
Total of 20 damage.
Total of 20 damage, she says. That's going to destroy G4. So what? How does he die?
I feel like. Let me think about this. I kind of feel like it's a thing where the arrow went straight through the head, but I imagine because they're like zombie-esque, the meat sack that is their body is not all that stable, so it just went through the head and it just kind of exploded from the pressure of the arrow hitting it. So you just see that head get kind of popped like a grape.
And Arson looks down, and now there's ghoul blood mixed in with the spider blood and the bits of cobweb still on her boots.
I'm just gonna let out a big sigh.
Just clean these.
Then can Faye take a movement? Am I able to move over to like this area?
You could. These two tiles are technically adjacent, and you're going to suffer another pair of attacks of opportunity if you do that. But absolutely.
Fuck it, let's do it. I'm gonna try to get over to like here.
Okay, so I'm going to count this as difficult terrain, so that's going to cost you 10. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 5 feet of movement. You got plenty of movement to get there. I'm going to roll the next two attacks of opportunity. All right, those might actually hit. That's a 14.
No.
And a 19.
Yes.
Okay. I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay, just to double check, I guess I have my Constitution, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
No, don't you actually have a real saving throw where it says Fortitude, Reflex, and the other one's Constitution, right? Or is it Will?
Yeah.
It'd be the Fortitude one.
It'd be Fortitude, yeah. So Fortitude save. I'm reading off a 5e book. We got to do a little translating back to Pathfinder.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, for a total of 25.
25 saves, and so you are going to take
How much damage?
5 slashing damage.
Okay.
And where the creature, where the ghoul sliced you, you're gonna look down and see mixed in with the blood that dark brackish oozing residue and grime from underneath the nails, and you watch it swim in your wounds and up your arm before your sheer force of strength kicks in, and you watch it ooze out and bleed out of your arm.
My body did not give consent.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've attacked and you've moved. So I'm assuming that we are nearing the end of your turn.
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool. Then that was Feyroth. Arson is up. Bronze on deck. So you're standing already right next to this guy within attacking range, and you are 5 feet away from this guy and this guy.
So all I have is daggers. Is that right?
You have daggers, which we're counting them stat wise as short swords because you can use them effectively the same, and a short sword has a higher damage output. So we're reflavoring your short sword as a dagger because it's more fun that way to have the better weapon and just call it whatever you want. So yeah, but you have a pair of weapons like that. I mean, We didn't really give you equipment. If you want to start with a crossbow of some kind, you can absolutely start with a crossbow of some kind. That's totally up to you.
Well, let's just take my short swords to this. Who's this guy?
This guy that's right here next to you.
Yes.
He hasn't been marked yet. He's the only one of these guys who hasn't been touched. So he's G5, ghoul number 5.
Okay.
So then you can roll. Do you want to roll that one attack at +8 or those 2 attacks at +6?
Let's do the 2 attacks.
Cool. So
Try
roll your D8 twice and see what you come up with.
No, it's not reroll.
Does Pathfinder have sneak attack?
Fuck yeah, it's got sneak attack. Pathfinder sneak attack is super generous. All you have to do is be flanking and you get sneak attack.
That's why the Slayer class fucking kicks ass. You can proc it on so many things.
I mean, you get that in 5e too.
Okay.
8, 6, 14.
So 8 plus 6 is 14, which hits. And then your second roll.
I have to just roll those again.
I'm sorry. What did you get? Did you roll twice?
You said to roll 2 d8s, right?
2d6 or d6. I'm sorry. 2d20s to see if you hit. And you're gonna add the 6 as your modifier to those d20s.
So 2 d20s.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm apparently at the end of my day too. I can't words.
I got 18.
Which hits very well. Yeah.
Okay. And now I roll what?
Now you roll the damage on the attack, which in this case is a d6, and you're not getting your sneak attack anymore, but it is a d6 plus your 4 for your dexterity.
Okay. So I got the full 6 plus 4.
It's so 10. And so that's one of your 2 attacks, because you get 2 because you've got 1 in each hand.
Great. So do it again.
Do it again.
Okay. 4. That's 4, 8. So 10 and 8.
So that's an 18 total, which will bring this G5 down below his halfway point to the bloodied state as you give him 2 deep-ass gashes with those blades and more of that dark, brackish, oozing whatever comes out of him as his rotting body parts start to slough it. His skin starts to slough off in the areas where you hit him with your knives.
All right, and then I'm gonna roll backwards a little bit here and not take any damage.
Okay, so
Can I do that?
You can. This would normally provoke an attack of opportunity from this guy because you're next to him and then you're moving away from him. But they only get 1 of these per round, and because Faye blitzed through here and they all took a swipe at her, they're out of those types of actions. So in this instance, you don't get hit because he already tried to hit Faye. But normally, if you try to back up from being near somebody, they'd get a free shot at you. This guy just is too slow, basically.
Okay, and I know I have weird little special qualities too that I need to dig into more, but
yeah, so that's mostly when you land a sneak attack, which for you means that you want to try to be flanking on the opposite side as a teammate of an enemy as often as possible, because that's when all your bonuses are going to kick in.
Okay, copy that.
Cool, sweet. Then Bronze is up.
Bronze is gonna step up, and he is gonna take a power attack at G5.
All right, give it a go.
That's D20 plus 6. Dirty 20.
A dirty 20 hits all day, every single day.
Okay, so let's see, D8. 6 plus 6 plus 6, 18 damage.
That doubles the amount of damage on him, which will absolutely kill him. How would you like him to die?
He's kind of having. I imagine it's like he's swinging up against the wall, so it's a bit of an awkward swing. So he just kind of pushes the hammer forward, and it just creates a hole in the torso, and it just kind of falls.
Cool. Love it. And now there is 5 feet of space between you and the last pair of ghouls that remain. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No.
Okay. Brings us to my baddies, who are both still focused on Pabu from getting slammed into by him, and kind of on Fearoth for sneaking past.
Bring it on.
But more Pabu because he hit him with the dirt. He literally did them dirty. Huh? Huh?
Nice.
Thanks. That is a natural 20 from one of them, which is going to crit. The other one's only a 12.
That misses.
Okay. I will need a fortitude saving throw from you, friend.
No, I don't want to.
Well, it's not optional.
I don't want to. Motherfucker, that's a 10.
A 10 is just shy. Okay. So you are going to take 10 slashing damage. And you also, in the areas where these claws made contact, are going to watch this thick, dark, grimy substance seep out from underneath the nails of the creatures and into your skin where these made contacts travel, up your arm. You can feel it pulsing through your neck, and as soon as it reaches around to the back of your spine, you feel your body go rigid. And for the time being, sir, you are paralyzed. You can make the saving throw at the beginning of each of your turns moving forward, but until you beat the DC or until this effect wears off, you will be unable to move.
Bullshit.
And with that, actually, the bad guys are done. It's your turn and the beginning of it, so you can go ahead and try that saving throw again. Fortitude saving throw.
22.
22 does save. So you are able to shake loose from, whatever this effect is, and you feel like every bone in your body pop as you start to move, and, break loose of whatever this state was. But you are going to be able to take your turn as intended. Looking through all your magics.
Yeah, because I'm still kind of trying to figure out how the fucking game works, but so I'm gonna use my movement to gather power, so that I can use a burn point to do a kinetic blast, but as a kinetic fist. That way, I don't attack with disadvantage.
Ah, I see. You're basically making your ranged attack a melee attack. You're putting the dirt around your fist instead of sending it through the air.
Yeah.
I got it. And Becky, don't you boo me. Get out of here with that.
I think she was booing my shit roll.
Oh.
26 to hit.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, who are you attacking? G2 or G3?
The one right in front of me. My dice 3.
No, she was doing me my excellent did them dirty comment. She was booing that. How dare you? How dare you?
Yeah, that's definitely fair. Shit, no. Can't.
Puns are a natural part of my existence.
Okay. 15 plus, what is that? What's my thing? 15 plus 6 is 21.
21 damage?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, dude. Done. Gone.
I get an extra d6 of damage when I turn it into a fist.
I was about to say, man, that's yeah, you got him.
Yeah, he comes over to me, he hits me, I I get like a little dazed, and I'm like, oh hell no. I reach back, and as I do, the stone from the wall just sort of jumps off the wall and envelops my hand, and then I swing forward, and it's almost like a Voltron rocket fist that shoots off of my fist.
Oh man, that's cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn, friend? You still got one of these guys in your face.
Yeah, no, that's all I got for now. I'm gonna go ahead and stare this ugly motherfucker down.
Yeah, you look at him real nasty like. Dawn, you are up, and Faye, you are on deck.
Let's see. How far do I have to go to be in range of him here?
You just got to be able to
Like,
see him, which you can probably do from, ironically, from where Bronze is standing, or the spot, either spot, the two spots in front of him.
I'll just go right here. There's room for Dawn. And then I'll take 2 shots.
Take your shots. Shot, 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 shots.
I was looking for the dice roller on screen.
There's one. It's but it's not like in tabletop. If you're looking for that one, you'll never
Okay.
find it.
That's 24 for the first one.
24 hits.
And that is 21 for the second one.
Also hits.
D8. 8.
Okay.
8. 16.
And with a 16, you can just go ahead and tell us how this guy is going to fall, and you guys will find yourselves back in free action. Why don't you narrate that to us, bud?
My shots are going to be back to back, so one's going to go through the. Pabu and Faye are going to see one arrow pop out the left eye, and then one arrow pop out the right eye real fast, and then he's going to collapse at their feet.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Love it. And you guys are back in free action.
Finally got it working.
Wow, I've got a lot of guts on my boots, and I don't have any more rags.
I got another hanky.
How many hankies do you have?
I got. Oh, I got enough.
Fucking plot twist. He actually has a side hustle as a clown.
See, I was thinking he's got like a pocket dimension full of handkerchiefs, like it's literally unnumbered, like it's a bag of holding that only has pocket handkerchiefs in it.
Yeah, exclusively for handkerchiefs.
That's my secret.
Wow, you guys seem to have found yourself in quite the predicament here. Good thing I was here to help out.
You mean good thing we were here to help out.
Last we checked, we heard your.
fine.
Last we checked, we heard your screams echoing off the caves.
And nobody tried to come help me?
As you saw, there was a whole wall of undead.
So you said you were going to race us and beat us to here, so we assumed you would get here eventually.
And here you are. Eventually.
He like looks down and kicks the dirt a little bit. Yeah, I guess.
Say, just go through the door, I guess, that Pabu came through.
Okay.
We at least know nothing's back there.
Nothing back there though.
And it's a big room with a 40-foot ceiling. These big stone pillars, double doors, double doors, double doors, double doors. These ones are open, and there are like arrow slits in the top on the north and south sides.
Could Faye do the ear listen thing on the? Are these the double doors?
Yeah, there's a set down here.
Okay. Waddle, 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 clip, clop, clip, clop.
Hans probably made his way into the room too.
Perception check, please.
Yeah. Okay. My stat is 11. That's gonna be a 24.
She hears very little coming from this room. She's confident there's nothing moving around on the other side of the door.
And my traps Inkling isn't going off.
Nope, I'd let you know.
Okay. Faye's gonna open the door then.
Rest of the party, what are you guys doing?
If they get bronze, do a detect magic near on the door.
I was about to say it's a cone, so you can absolutely hit the door with it. And the door does not seem magical, mundane.
Anything behind it? For 60 feet.
You don't get all 60 feet going through a door. It interferes with some of it. I forget by how much. I think it's like 10 feet or something. But good question. Okay. You gotta keep in mind. I gotta like find where you guys are at and start flipping through these pages to see what the fuck we're looking at here. That smell of death is growing. Death and decay is growing stronger as you guys are making your way back into the deeper parts of the of Axeholm.
Mm-hmm. Are there any more like footprints other than ours? Like maybe the undead have been moving through these corridors or something, or something that's been controlling the undead.
Got you. There are. I will not make you roll because there are no footprints in this chamber other than your own. You see one set leading from this door to this door and then back out. But you know. But they're fresh and it's obvious it was Pabu. What was that?
This is another door, right?
Yeah.
And this is where the stinky kind of coming from? Like, we opened this door and we got a stinky smell?
Yeah, I mean, it smells worse in this room than it did in the big one.
Okay, Faye's gonna, like, open that door and peek her head through, and then could she do a perception check to see if she can see, like, any undead noticeably or any corpses or anything?
Through these doors?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can give those doors a tug. I'm still checking in with everybody behind you, though, real quick. Is everybody...
Okay.
You guys just hanging out in the big chamber?
I guess, like, if there's nothing on the detect magic, bronze will make his way forward.
I'm gonna hang right where I'm at.
Cool. That's actually really good tactical positioning, you guys. I'm kind of proud. Pabu, you're back where you were before.
I just noticed that. I was like, did Pabu sulk and go back to the rocks?
I was looking for his figure and I couldn't find it. Pabu, what are you doing, bud?
While everybody was inspecting the door, he just kind of slinked back into the previous room because now that he knows everybody's okay and stuff, he wants to see what's going on in all this rubble.
Okay, then as you look through all the rubble,
Rubble.
and you walk over, because as a reminder, this rubble is the collapsed remnants of the ceiling and a lot of like dirt and stuff. And you make your way through, and it's not obvious what this room was originally. It looked like it may have been like a great hall of some kind. But there's two obvious, pathways, one which leads left and one which leads right.
Left is always right, so I'll go left.
This is it, bud. It dead ends. There's nothing down here.
Right is always right.
And you find yourself...
Should have said what's left is right.
You find another set of stairs. Oh, no.
Going up.
Okay, then I'm gonna cut back over to the rest of the party. And I'll take that perception check from Faye.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Okay, that is going to be... Where's my thing? A total of 30.
Total of 30. She does hear the sound of uneven... Oh, shit. The sound of uneven breathing coming from somewhere inside this room.
What's that giant wall of text?
It's a spam bot.
Oh, okay. So she hears like something kind of going on in there.
She hears the distinct sound of something breathing.
Is that you, Dave?
What? Yeah,
Did
putting
you
the
just do-
dots because I'm just trying to get the. Because I should be able to just delete chat through OBS, and I haven't figured out how yet. And usually I can do it through my stream manager, but apparently my phone screen went dim, and so the chat came through, and I had to rejoin the room. And now that it's, I can't find an easy way to delete it, so I'm just covering it up. Basically, is what's happening.
Very gently try to close the door.
Yeah.
And she's gonna look towards Bronze and just say, "Get ready. There's something breathing in there."
Bronze is gonna, fireman line, relay the message to Dawn. Gonna open the door and so like there's stuff breathing on the other side of the door.
What's going on in there, Don?
Wait, I'm just out here.
Well, he just
Yeah.
whispered something to you.
Oh, it sounds like there's something breathing over there. It sounds like they're telling us to get ready.
You want to find Pabu?
I was gonna say, are we splitting up again? What are we doing?
Do we have to find Pabu?
We don't have to, but I don't want to. I don't want to.
To
I
be
don't want to
fair,
have to drag him out of here.
We'll meet up with him again. Worst case scenario, I think we'll find each other.
He'll find us.
Yeah. Okay. Faye's gonna roll into stealth then, if you guys are all good with this.
Are we going sneaky?
Yeah.
Bronze is just like looking, opening the door, and everything's like, yeah. I'm probably not the best one to be sneaky, so if you want to go in there.
I'll roll into stealth.
Go ahead and give me that roll. Everybody who's rolling into stealth.
I gotta use my calculator.
The dirty 20.
It's a dirty 20 from.
That's gonna be a dirty 30.
That's what I'm gonna do right
Dirty 30.
there. And I'm gonna notch an arrow, and I'm gonna tell Faye to open it slow.
Okay. I got Faye's. I got Dawn's. Bronze, you're not rolling into stealth. It looks like Arson is wandering off to go track down Pabu.
Actually,
yep.
because I can shoot twice, would you allow me to knock 2 arrows?
I mean, sure. Why not? And Arson, you find a room which has the ceiling, which has obviously been collapsed. This chamber was much larger at one point, but is mostly rubble and earth and stone. You're having to pick over it as you make your way through these large pieces, trying not to lose your footing and get and twist an ankle in all of the debris. And there are 2 passageways, one to the left and one to the right, and it's not obvious which one Pabu went down.
But which way did you go?
Pabu hears from behind him.
What? What are you doing here?
Well, last time I followed those guys, we found zombies, and I don't think I want to do that again, so I was gonna see what you were up to.
I knew you couldn't resist my charms.
Oh.
Oh, I immediately regret this.
I expected that. Yeah, I'm down this way.
Okay. I'm gonna follow you so that I can get less guts on my boots. Because this day has full of guts.
Then I see what's in this room with the stairs real quick here, guys. Give me just a minute.
Boop. Boop.
You guys get to this point, and as Pabu, hollers back to Arson, like, "What are you doing here?" He hears the sound of hissing and snarling coming from the room behind him. And Arson comes down the hallway and meets Pabu and says, "Yeah, they found something crazy last time when they were. And I don't want more zombie blood on my boots. So I thought I'd come find what you're up to. As this hissing sound grows louder behind you.
So you said snarling, and for a second I thought you said smiling.
Yeah, very noisy smiling.
Yeah.
The gnashing of teeth.
So when you say behind me, do you mean like behind Arson now?
No, I'm sorry. I'm assuming you turned your body to yell back at Arson, coming from the room with the stairs that you can see.
Okay, so here. All right, cool. Cool. I hear. Is there anything on this wall? Is there a wall here?
There's a wall there. Yeah, let me.
So as soon as Arson gets down, I'm gonna do the universal shut the fuck up sign and put my finger to my lips, and I'm gonna take a. I guess I'll try to roll stealth so I can like peek around this corner.
You don't. I'll take them. I'll take both. You can roll them stealth if you like. I think what you might be looking for is a perception check, which you can do from stealth or not from stealth. Your call. But that sound of snarling and hissing is loud enough for Arson to also hear it now that she's made her way down the chamber and is right outside this open doorway.
17 perception.
That Pabu is standing in.
Blocking.
The smell of decay fills your nostrils as you poke your head around the corner here, and there are what was your stealth check? Did you roll one?
I did not.
Okay. Then you poke your head around the corner, and there are another 5 ghouls in this room.
Ooh.
Immediately poke my head back and turn to Arson and whisper, "There's more of those things. Do you want to keep going or go back to the group?"
We should go back to the group because if they get into trouble and we get into trouble, I think we're pretty fucked.
Fair. All right, we'll head back.
Cool. Sounds good.
Just to double check Don Swanson thing. You were wanting to shoot 2 arrows into the room when Faye opens the door?
I think he just has them ready.
I have them ready. Like if you open the door and there's it's obviously not a bad guy, I'm not gonna just.
Okay. Faye, seeing you get this ready, is gonna be like, "Don't shoot until we know for sure. Like, just keep them held."
Mm-hmm.
And Faye's gonna open the door.
Then as you open the door, the stench of death hangs heavy in the air of this dusty, pillared hall, which has a dark, soot-stained fireplace at the east end. A deep alcove in the south wall contains a dais, atop which lies a limestone throne flanked by granite statues of dwarf warriors. Between the throne and the fireplace is a hallway with stairs leading up. And I'm sorry, I didn't delete it all. That's here. So you got doors, fireplace, steps to a pedestal with a throne on it, 2 statues here and here, stone pillars.
Okay. Now that she can, I guess, see, because I know Faye has 120-foot dark vision, would she be able to, like, look around the room to try to see if she could see the thing making the breathing noise?
Yeah, and she looks around. I'll keep the same perception check that you were using before, and there are no obvious signs of anyone in here. There's you can't see every inch of this place. These corners are still hidden. Behind the pillars are hidden. You can't see really past this hallway, but you don't see anything.
Can she still hear the breathing?
Yeah.
Faye's gonna do, what's that game of, like, hot and cold or whatever? Where she's gonna, like, step forward and see, like, if the breathing gets louder.
Yeah, I mean, it gets louder as you step into the room, but it's bouncing off these walls in this big hollow space, and
Oh,
it's
so
difficult to pinpoint the exact direction.
okay. That throne is looking like a centerpiece. Can Faye like? How far would Faye have to be able to go to be like able to kind of see around it? Because this is like, does the throne take up anything? Like, is
Yeah,
it
I
the
mean,
whole thing
this is
of the throne?
this dot is the throne. Like this thing right here is the throne,
Oh,
and then there's a statue here, and there's a statue here.
okay. If Faye walked over to like here, would she be able to like right here, maybe, or maybe here, yeah, be able to see like behind the throne?
No, because there's a pillar here and there's a pillar here. I
Oh,
mean, you can
yeah.
only see
Okay.
this line right here.
Okay, then what about here? How close you got to get to look behind it?
You'd have to step all the way up to. I mean, there's a statue here
Okay,
and a
fine.
statue here.
We're doing it.
Bronze and Dawn. Faye has disappeared through to the next room. What are you guys gonna do?
We have we have one person leaving. Would this be a good time to break? Otherwise, we can continue if nobody else wants to. We want to keep going.
Dave, I tried to text you and message you, but you ignore me.
All
I
my
have
shit's,
to get...
all my shit's on silent. If you're getting off, then we'll just break it here.
Okay.
Cool.
I've been up 5 a.m.
Oh God. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. That's early. Good luck. Godspeed. Thank you for joining us, and we will catch you next week, probably for a whole different campaign. But I'll get you your updated character sheet. We can see if we can get all that stuff figured out long term. But thanks for being here.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. I had fun. We'll
Cool.
see you next
Alright.
time.
Yeah.
Later.
Bye.
Then thank you, Joe, for saying something, because I am not paying attention to any of that shit. I got way too much stuff going on over here. So, cool. Well, then, sweet. That'll be where we pick up next time. You guys aren't in combat. It'll be perfect. There's creepy breathing.
It's just my asthmatic ass sitting behind the chair.
Well, super sick. Let me see here. I think it's me and Becky right now. If Becky's still around, Becky says, "Oh, y'all have a group chat." I don't. Do we have a group chat? I thought Discord was our group chat.
Yeah,
It's our
I
group
don't know what
chat.
she was talking about with that. I think she was talking about like a psychic group chat.
We have an Instagram one, but we only really do it to be like,
That's
oh,
telepathic.
Oh, I meant
Yeah,
telepathic group chat. There you go. No, that nobody has message or anything like that to do the group chat.
yeah, her character in our Sunday game has just like racial telepathy,
Alright,
so
I'll
we
catch you later.
always have a psychic
Later.
group
Yeah.
chat.
That's what we call it in our game. Yeah, that's fair. And I've heard of it referred to Calstar. I've heard it referred to that way as mass messenger and like trying to keep open lines of communication that way.
Yeah.
But none of my players. Some of my players forget really basic stuff. I've been like giving one of my parties magic items like hotcakes because of circumstances, and like I literally had to point blank be like, they were like, "Can I figure out what this does or how this works?" Like hella sessions later, and I was like, "Well, if you want to do it quickly, you'd have to use a spell like Identify. If you want to use mundane means, it like takes a couple hours." And then one of the casters looked down and was like, "Oh shit, I have Identify." And the other caster looks down and is like, "Oh shit, I do too." And they literally identify this one item and nothing else that they've gotten. And it's like, oh my god, you guys forgot you had Identify. You figured out you have Identify. Use it on this one item, and then are done with it. And they'll probably forget they have it in the future. It's like, oh man. So a lot of my parties aren't real big on the utilitarian stuff. They're not on that tactical mindset.
we sometimes are dum dums.
I can't even give them shit. I missed my weapon shit for months. Asked Jeremy about Wave.
Yeah.
Oh, did you have I think I
So-
heard about this. You had like a special trident or something that.
Yeah, so like very early on in her character's tenure with the group, we found 3 extremely like powerful legendary magic weapons, and one of them was a trident. So because she's all water themed. She's like, yo, dibs. I don't even know what the fuck it does, but dibs. So she got it, and all of the weapons are sentient and they speak telepathically to the owner that's attuned to it and all that. And uh, like they can like they have their own languages and their own stat blocks for certain shit. Anyway, we were in a big fight months later, and it was only then that our DM was like, "Wait a minute, doesn't Wave have a thing where if you crit on it, you just automatically do a quarter of the monster's maximum HP on top of the damage that you do?" And she's like, "Excuse me, what? Oh, it's half.
Half.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my god, half.
Do half of what their max HP is
So it'll
on
instant kill
top.
anything that's bloody.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, it's not current. It's max. I'm pretty sure it was max because that's why it was so broken because you could just two shot anything.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, even with
So
current, that's still
that's still a
crazy.
shit ton. Like if you crit on the first attack, which she did in the last session, and it saved our fucking ass.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, one of my party members almost got one shot on Wednesday. He literally got brought to from full health to exactly zero. He was like staggered and just barely breathing. When combat ended, he like he was like, yeah, I'm like, because he got hit with a bunch of big spikes. He's like, I'm like impaled up against this tree with like being held up by all these spikes, just raggedly breathing, barely living. He described it as like the perfect anime death, you know? It was
Yeah,
pretty good.
yeah, that's fair.
It was pretty good. Every time I've done it now, it just murders the thing, so I never know the damage. You're like, I don't
Dude,
have to do math. I just know it's a killing machine.
it
Oh,
really is crazy.
oh, that's funny. Well, I think I'm going to go drop stream, so give me just a memento here, there, guys, and I will be right back. Becky, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for he's my info weapon. I love him. Thanks for sharing funny antics, being here. Whenever we get Dawn and Reed and Kythar cycled through on the guest stars, we will get your paladin in here. I think that'd be a lot of fun, and we'll just keep rolling through with the guest stars, and I am stoked for all of it. Yeah, definitely got some crossover episodes planned in the future. I used to shy away from that kind of stuff, but I think that let's just play D&D, right? Like let's just like get as many characters in as is possible and just like fucking cut loose and have a good time, especially on these nights where like we're on the alternate campaign and we're just kind of dicking around anyway. Like that's for sure the way to go. Yeah, and now that your wedding is over, yeah, for sure, for sure. But I am going to wrap stream up here. Thanks for being here. If you guys want to keep chatting, you know where the Discord is. And I will catch you guys later. Take it easy.